rock and hit my house from where you moved to, and I was living around the corner, and I was up there with Johnny Johnson doing a homespun how to play boogie woogie piano, and Johnny didn't know much technically about piano. At one point we asked him, he played some riff. He's going, Johnny, what do you call that, man? What's, well, that's grabbing a handful of notes. That's what that is. He said, well, sure as hell was. And Levon had just gotten back from his first radiation treatment on his throat for his cancer. And man, his throat was like red, like a robin, like a sparrow. I don't know, it was red with aloe dripping off it and steam coming off him, But he came right from, the doctors to see Johnny. And while we were working, and he said to me, man, you ought to come over to the barn and record. Levon was like Ralph Cramden. Big ideas, great ideas, but come over to the barn and record Johnny. I said, yeah, let's do that. And I go home, I said, let's see, that's going to be rent a piano, rent a recording truck, try to beg Garth and Rick Danko to come and play, and have Johnny Johnson and Levon. I said, I'll do it. So I just piled the money on, and this was a once-in-a-lifetime chance. And we cut a whole album or two up there that I haven't put out because people were dying out from under the project. First Rick Danko died, and then Richard Bell died, and then Johnny Johnson died, and then Levon passed away. So I'm just holding on to it. But we wrote a song.
Jimmy, how you feeling, man?
I'm fine, as long as I never put that record out. But we wrote a song we used to go down by the water, and he'd be down there, and he used to say, man, I say, Lee, how about if you just, play drums? We'll put a band together, and you just play drums. Don't worry about singing. He goes, well, I'll do it if they money with me. I said, money with you? Yeah, that's what my father, Marvel, his father Diamond Helm from Turkey Scratch, Arkansas, said, son, you can do anything as long as they money whip you. And I said, that's a great thing. Let's write a song. So we wrote this song that we'll never release. So you get to hear it tonight. Fishman and Cat. Let's see, we were gonna, we're gonna do Glamour Girl here, which is something, an idea that I stole from Duke Robillard. And two guys are here that are in his band, so I don't want to do it.
Who did he steal it from? Who did he steal it from?
T-Bone Walker, probably. So I got it like third hand, but the best hand of the three. That I could imagine was from Duke Robillard, who's just one of my disciple heroes, you know. You know Duke? Anybody? Yeah. He's one of those New England blues geniuses, man. Yeah, say hello, man. Well, I guess we will. I was going to do something for you with someone. We'll do that later. Let's do Glamour Girl. Hold on.
How late does this party go anyway?
Yeah. Tennis. All night.
What time do we break, you guys? You gotta tell us. You gotta help us.
I don't have to break. Does anybody need a break right now? I won't. If you go to the bathroom, it'll be on. So I'll give Jesse a number to sing. So you can waltzing through the garden.
Yes.
We told the zoning board like 9:30, a little after.
Okay.
10 o'clock.
Well, that's like only an hour from now, right? So we'll just keep playing. I don't need to. You know, it's okay. We don't need to play. We just play. You know?
Jimmy flew all the way from LA to see you.
It was a good story too. For once, the flight was on time, but you know, I had to book the flight that leaves supposedly at 9:10 from LA and gets into New York at 5:30, and then you get on the 7 o'clock and you're here by like 5 after 8 in Boston at Logan. But the last 4 times that I took that flight to get to New York, it left 2.5 hours late. And I would get into New York at 8 o'clock, have to rent a car and drive in the worst crap. I said, well, that's not going to work. So I rebooked the flight to the 10 o'clock through JetBlue. I called them up. They said, great, you're a Mosaic member. We have all your information. We know that you're connecting flights. So then the next day, I'm about to check in, and it won't check in because they had booked me the day before on the 10 a.m. So I called them back. Oh, so we're so sorry. I said, well, can you put me on, the 10 a.m. Oh, that's been gone. There's bad weather coming in everywhere. Well, when's the next flight? Well, I can get you to Boston by 6 o'clock p.m., and after that, 9, 10 o'clock. I said, oh, great. I'll tell you what. Why don't you book me on another airline? This is what they used to do. Why don't you book me on, no, well, we can't do that. We can give you credit, blah, 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 blah. I said, we'll put you back on the 7 a.m. I said, okay. So I'm back on the 7 a.m. I call American Airlines, I book a 10 a.m. flight. I buy an extra ticket, because I want to get here and do this, right? The flight's on time for the first time ever. I get in, I cancel my American flight, and I look over at the board, and the 10 a.m. was canceled. So how did you do better than that?
Experience.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Thank you, Jimmy, for being here.
pesos. Well, whatever they do in Portugal. For you! Ralph has experienced his first drag. Caught you by surprise, buddy, but dig it. I stole that from Johnny Copeland. And he used to also hit a note and go. And if I did that, too many people would know that I took that from Johnny. But the drag was a Copeland thing. And that was fun. When we get into writing songs, we write what we know about. You know, that's what we do. We write what we know about, unless we're really good writers, and we write what somebody else knows about. And that's what's the difference between, you know, just sort of a narcissist songwriter who says, people want to know about me, so I'm going to write this song. But you know, we're not all poets, but sometimes we got to get it out. And this one came out of that same period of adjustment in my life.
What are you trying to say, man? What are you trying to say?